watching Barnstable this morning, and this is our favorite segment of the week. Of course, I have with me Mary Sarah Fairweather, the director at the MSPCA in Centerville. And who do we have here today?
This is Barkley, and he is such a sweet dog.
I love Barkley. Look at him.
He's an amazing dog. He came to us a few weeks ago when his owner moved here from the south and thought that she had housing for him, and it turns out the housing wouldn't allow him. So he was surrendered to us, and his owner was devastated, and we can understand why, because he is just...
It's so hard to give up.
Oh,
Pets become part of the family. It's so hard to give up a pet.
And he has just such a kind soul, and if you just look at him in his eyes, he's all love. We're actually not really sure what breed he is exactly. He's sort of what we call a Heinz 57.
Love it.
He's definitely got some lab in there. He's probably got a little chow. His tongue is blue. He's got a lot going on him, but we do know that he's 100% love.
Yeah,
and
such
kindness.
A sweetheart.
He really is. And all he wants to do is play, and he leans up against you for cuddles. I mean, really, he's such a wonderful, loyal companion.
And never a pleasant experience for any animal to be stuck in a shelter.
No.
So really looking for someone who is looking for a pet to come adopt this wonderful animal.
Yes.
Tell me, what kind of family situation would be ideal for this little guy?
Well, he is a little anxious. He's been pretty nervous in the kennel. He's been shredding his sheets and his comforters at night just because he's probably lonely and
probably missing his family.
Probably missing his family. So we really want him to go home with a family that will be home enough so that he feels secure and where he can trust that he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it's great. I think too, it may take a little while, but it's amazing how adaptable dogs are and how quickly they come around.
Yes,
so
I mean, this
guy is such a sweetheart.
He is, and he's really good with everybody. He can be a little timid at first, so
just look at that face.
I know, and we'd want him to go home with an experienced family, and a family that will understand that he is a little shy at first and not to go too quickly with him. He might do well with another dog. I actually think that might help him with his slight anxiety. Cats are a big question mark. We're really not sure, although he did sniff the cat that's going to be on the air soon and seemed to like him rather. So
awesome.
Maybe that's a match made in heaven. Maybe they'll go home together. I don't know.
Awesome. What a sweetheart. So if anyone's interested in adopting this little guy, head to the MSPCA in Centerville.
We're open every day except for Mondays.
Wonderful.
So bring the whole family, bring any canine.
Yeah, that's
siblings.
an interesting thing to talk about. You do want people to bring their whole family to meet the dog or the pet that they are looking into.
We do, and it's particularly if there's another dog at home, we want them to meet to make sure it's a good match. And for everyone in the family, anybody that's living in the house to meet the dog. We want this to be a good match for everybody.
Yeah.
So, but yes, we're open, and we.
Oh, Barkley, you're gonna find a home
I think
in no
so
time.
Too. I think
you're
so
gonna
too.
find
We're
a home
shocked
in
that
no
he's
time.
still with us. So.
Great.
Okay.
Well, who else do we have today? Barkley, thank you so much for joining us. You're such a handsome devil.
He is. He's like, what's happening now? He's like, I don't want to leave.
He's
this is such a nice place.
I don't blame him. He's a little nervous being on this giant table.
Oh, yeah.
What a sweetheart.
He is so good.
Yeah, and you guys, you were telling me too, you have a wine tasting coming up. Tell me a little about this event.
We do. So it's on November 10th. This is our second annual wine tasting, and it's chaired by Sue Larrabee, who's one of our wonderful volunteers and supporters. And it's only $40 a ticket. It's at the New Seabury Country Club, and all of the money helps us do what we do every day.
That's really, if you think about it, a really affordable night out.
It is.
If you want a great date night, I mean, what fun. I
know.
Who doesn't like wine? And you get to try a bunch of new different things.
And it's not like we'll be serving thimbles of wine. I mean, these will be generous pours, and there will be so many different representatives there from Catuit Liquors. We'll also have food, and we'll have a silent auction.
And what's more fun too, I think, than getting out and enjoying yourself, but also knowing you're doing good.
Yes, exactly.
That you're helping
it's a win-win.
somebody. Yeah.
It's a win-win.
So who do we have here today?
So this is Tomcat.
Oh,
Thank you,
Tomcat,
Claire.
you're awesome. What kind of cat is Tom?
So he is a Maine Coon mix, and he's young, And he's just sort of getting acclimated to his surroundings, but he is so sweet and he gives hugs. He did come in with his best friend, Marbles, and Marbles is a girl. They do need to go home together.
Okay, great. So they're a pair.
They are a bonded pair, and they're young. I think Tomcat is only 1.5 years old.
Oh, great.
So he came to us because of landlord issues, which we see so often at the shelter. But
that's heartbreaking.
It really is. It is just devastating for everybody involved. So Tomcat has been absolutely wonderful in the shelter. He has had some kind of chronic eye issues, which we've been treating, and he did have a little bit of a kitty cold, but he's definitely on the mend, and he is ready to go home with Marbles to his forever home.
A beautiful,
Isn't
beautiful
he?
cat.
Yeah,
Yes.
we think so too.
So, is this something that you're looking for, a home that doesn't have any pets? Would they get along well with dogs?
Well, dogs are kind of unknown for Tomcat, but like I said, he just met Barkley and there was no hissing or growling, so
who knows?
Who knows? But it's sort of dependent on each pet. But he has lived in the shelter in our colony room, so we think he could go home. He and Marbles could go home with other cats.
Awesome.
They seem to be pretty friendly. So.
Awesome. Oh, thank you so much for bringing him in.
Thank
Such
you.
a sweetheart.
He is. Isn't he gorgeous?
And then, anything we need to know about the process to adopt a pet, what do we need to bring with us? Do we need to have anything, any documents?
So if anyone that wants to adopt, if they own a home, we just require proof of ownership. If you rent, then we need your landlord's information so that we can verify that pets are allowed. And other than that, we just want to make sure that it's a good match. So just bring yourself, bring proof of ownership or
a note from your landlord.
A note from your landlord, and just be prepared to spend some time. We want to make sure that this is a lifelong match for the animal.
Absolutely, so important for them to have stable homes. We
Yes.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much,
thank
Mary
you for
Sarah.
having
We're
us.
glad to have you. And of course, just a little plug, don't forget that wine tasting
on November 10th.
November 10th.
Thank you.